Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So let's continue with the heroes guide and tutorial. The next one in the list is Benjamin. So as usual, I have deactivated Monkey Knowledge to show you the hero without any extra help. And let's go here into Sandbox and let's check out this hero. Now the base cost of Benjamin is 1200. So he's more expensive than most heroes, but definitely cheaper than Captain Churchill. Now the thing about Benjamin is the fact that when we analyze his basic stats, he will not have any attack, damage, or piercing or attack speed because they will not attack the Bloons. So the thing that Benjamin is going to do, as the description of his level 1 says, is that he's going to generate cash at the end of each round. Now, exactly like it was for the sniper gray area, you can use also Benjamin gray area for to give range to submarines. So imagine here you have submarines with advanced intel. When the Bloons enter in range of this gray area of Benjamin, they will be targeted by the submarines, even though Benjamin will not directly attack the Bloons, exactly like it happens for with a sniper. Now, as it says here, at level 1, Benjamin is going to generate 100 cash. This cash is added to the total at the very end of each round. And now, unfortunately, in Sandbox, I can't. You can see the cash added at the end. You need to play in a real game to see it. Now, as usual, I'm going to go through all the levels. I'm going to explain all of them, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to just do like a quick overview and the best ways, in my opinion, to use this hero. So let's start here. At level 2, very simple. The amount of cash in each round goes up to 150. Level 3, you unlock his first ability, Biohack, and the 4 closest monkeys will pop an extra layer for 6 seconds. Now this is one of the few abilities in the game that have a drawback effect. So the affected monkeys will not attack for 2 seconds after the effect ends. Now when he says 4 closest monkeys, he's referring to the absolute distance. So in this case, if I place like 4 ninjas like further and further away, but there are just 4 towers in the whole screen, and I use the ability, you can see that all 4 ninjas will benefit from the ability itself. And here you can see this red sign is where the tower will not be able to attack. So that's the drawback effect. If here I place like 4 ninjas closest to Benjamin and I use the ability once again, you can see that only the 4 closest ninjas are benefiting from the ability. So that's how really the ability works. So it's pretty simple. Level 4, Benjamin has a new passive. It's called skimming, and now for each new Bloon spawned, he's gonna add 1 of cash to the total. So this passive is yet again absolute. So that means that if I play, for example, here round 1, you can see that my total amount of cash is increasing by 1 for each red Bloon that is being spawned. Now if I do the same but for round like 40 that has just 1 mob, the amount of cash that you get is just 1. So you're not considering like all the ceramics and all the rest of the Bloons, you're considering the absolute number of Bloons. So because it's just 1 mob, you just get 1 cash. Level 5 is yet another passive. In this case, it's going to be like a buff to the banks, so to the 3rd upgrade in the middle path of the banana farms, and banks are gonna earn plus 5% income. Now here, if I just sell Benjamin and I just get here a bank and just play round 1, you can see that the bank is gonna generate each round 315, I think, because, oh no, 310, sorry. Yeah, because they have nerfed it in the 12.0 patch. So 310 is the amount of cash earned by the 230 bank. If now I get Benjamin level 5 and I just collect this and I just replay the round, you can see that the amount of cash earned is gonna be 5% more total, and so it's 326, so it's exactly 16 cash more than before. So that's pretty much the passive. Level 6 is yet another passive. At the end of each round, Benjamin is gonna restore up 5 lives. Now, of course, this is gonna work if you have lost any lives before. So, for example, if you're playing on hard and you start with 100 lives and you have lost 50 lives, when Benjamin hits level 6, he's gonna regenerate 5 lives each round until you get back at 100. So he will not go over the amount of lives that you had at the beginning. And another unfortunate thing is that this passive does not work in Impoppable or Chimps, for the very simple reason that on those two game modes we have just 1 life and we cannot increase it in any way. So that's it. Level 7 is yet another passive for Benjamin. It's called Bloon Trojan, and this passive is quite unique and quite weird, so it works in different ways. Now, every few seconds he's gonna send this virus to a random bloon, and this affected bloon will spawn no children. Now, the affected bloon will be up to like a black bloon. So for example, here a pink can still be affected by it, but for example yellow bloons will not be affected by it. So you can affect only like pinks to up. So and you can affect, in this case a level 7, you can affect up to mobs, and you can see right there that's the virus thing. Now if I place here whatever other tower and I just pop the mob layer, you can see that you don't have to deal against the 4 ceramics, but you need some cash instead. So those 11 cash that you saw right there was the fact that this passive, depending on the bloon, is gonna give you the amount of cash regarding of how many layers were left of the bloons. So for example, in this case, the bloon affected was a mob. So if you count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 layers. And then before round 60, Benjamin also gives 1 extra cash from this passive, so it's 11. So that's why in popping a mob with the virus you get 11 cash. And as you can see, it's very useful, especially like for mobs, because you have no ceramics to deal with. And now after round 60, this bonus, so this extra cash of bonus from Bloons Pop is lost. And then I'm gonna show you that in another level of Benjamin he's gonna upgrade this ability and you're gonna gain more cash out of it, at level 16 precisely. So level 8, the income is increased to 250, so at the end of each round you're gonna get more cash. Level 9, the bank hack, so the bank passive buff, it's increased to 12%, so that means that now banks are gonna be getting cash much faster, because they're gonna get it more during the round. So that means that they're gonna become fuller earlier on. So you can see here 347. So without Benjamin is 310. With Benjamin level 9 is 347. So definitely it's a lot of cash. It's 37 more just in one round. Level 10, you unlock Benjamin's second ability, Siphon Funding. And now with this ability you're gonna downgrade, so you're gonna mean that you're gonna reduce the rank of the bloons by 1 of the newly spawned bloons, and the cash per pop, so from these affected bloons, is doubled, and this ability is gonna last 10 seconds. Now it's a lot easier to actually show the ability. So if you like I don't know, I have here 50 ceramics like spawning, right, and I use the ability, you can see that only after the ability is used, only the bloons afterwards are being affected by it, and you can see that all the ceramics are turned into rainbows. So that's the downgrade effect by 1 rank. This works up to Zomegats, and so that means that if you have the ability on and you spawn a Zomegat, the Zomegat will be, in this case is 50 Zomegats, but all the Zomegats are gonna be downgraded into BFBs. So that's a lot of you can make a tough round a lot easier because you have BFBs instead of Zomegats. And yeah, that's it. So that's pretty much how the ability works. Level 11, the amount of cash per round is 300. Level 12, the skimming passive is increased to 2 Bloons, 2 cash, sorry, per Bloon. So if I spawn again round 1, you can see that now I'm earning 2 cash for each new Bloon spawned. So it's pretty simple. Level 13 is a buff to its level 3 ability. The affected monkeys will do 2 layers of damage instead of 1, and the ability will last 8 seconds. So it's 2 seconds more. Now it can affect 6 monkeys, so 2 more monkeys as well. And now the downgrade effect still is the same. So after the ability ends, you still have those 2 seconds where the tower cannot attack, as you can see. Level 14 is now the cybersecurity passive. It's buffed again. Now the amount of lives earned per round is 10, and you can increase your total amount of lives by 100 over the storing lives. So yet again, if you're playing on hard, so you have 100 storing lives, and Benjamin hits level 14, you're gonna start earning 10 extra lives until you reach 200. So it's 100 more than 100. Level 15, the income increased to 500. Alright. Now level 16 is the level I was talking earlier about. So in this level, the Bloon Trojan not only will have a reduced cooldown, so it will be sent more often, but also is gonna give you double amount of cash per layer. So that means that if I spawn here again a Moab, it's just round 1, right? And I do the same. So I'm gonna pop the Moab now with a Sun avatar. You can see the amount of cash is 21. So it's like 10, because there were 10 layers, times 2 is 20, plus the extra cash because it's round 1 and not round 60. So if I do just round 61, for example, here, and I do the same, so Moab with the virus, now the cash is 20 because I'm losing that extra cash per round 60. Level 17, the income is increased to 800, so this is the maximum amount of cash that Benjamin can generate each round, 800. Level 18, now the Bloon Trojan passive can affect BFBs and DDT Bloons. Now these will affect DDT Bloons regardless if you're giving camo detection to Benjamin or not. So of course, because you can affect DDTs is better, you have no Moabs to deal with, and of course DDTs is just very nice. Now when Benjamin hits level 18 as well, another thing happens, because this level is considered like because you can affect DDTs, it's like your Benjamin gains camo detection, right? And so from this level on, Benjamin can apply the Bloon Trojan virus to any camo Bloon. So also like normal camo Bloons, non-Moab class Bloons are gonna still be affected by the virus. Level 19, his level 3 ability is yet another buff. So the ability will last 9 seconds. The affected monkeys will pop 3 extra layers. So definitely a lot of layers. Remember, up to 6 monkeys can benefit from this passive, from this ability. But remember always that the drawback, so the 2 seconds at the end of which the tower will not attack, still remains. So just be careful when exactly you use the ability, because otherwise you may end up losing, dying. And finally, level 20, it's a buff to its level 10 ability. It's gonna last double amount of time, so it's 20 seconds instead of 10, and the cash per pop is triple. Now the Bloons affected will be exactly the same, so you can affect up to Zomegat. So DDTs are immune to this downgrade, and BADs of course are immune, and the cash is triple, so you get more cash out of the affected Bloons, and it as well is going to last longer, so you can downgrade more Bloons. And that's pretty much it. So those are the 20 levels of Benjamin. And then now just doing a quick overview. Of course, this hero is a pretty like a supportive hero, right? Because he's not gonna attack. So the only like attack that he has is the Bloon Trojan passive, so the Varius that will make Bloons spawn no children. But he's especially useful because he's gonna like generate back lives. He's gonna add cash to your total. He's gonna give you cash depending on how many Bloons are spawning. And then you have his level 10 ability that can like downgrade up to Zomegads, can give you more cash, and also his level 3 ability that's going to increase the damage of the monkeys close to him. So definitely an all-around hero. He also is gonna buff banks, so he's gonna make you earn more cash through banks as well. So definitely has like a supportive role. And now the negative side of Benjamin is the fact that, well, until level 18 he will not target with the Bloon Trojan virus camo Bloons. So you're gonna need to give to him like camo detection with like a village to really make it possible to affect camo Bloons with Bloon Trojan. But you're gonna need to wait regardless until level 18 to be able to place the Bloon Trojan on DDTs and BFBs. So that's one thing. And then second thing is he's leveling up. Now his leveling up is very slow, so he needs, all his levels are gonna require like a lot of experience, and very similar to what it was for Churchill, but it's not as bad as Churchill. So it's gonna still level up close to like level 18 or 19 in chimps if you don't spend any cash on him. But very difficulty, he will reach level 20, and so yeah, that's another thing. So it's gonna level up slower. Of course, if you're using monkey knowledge, or if you just wanna like spend cash on his upgrades, you can leveling up yourself, and he can level up faster, and so you can get more upgrades. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.